talking to a camera, it's gonna be real awkward. It's March 10th, 2018, and we're hiking the approach trail. We started like 45 minutes ago, and there's Griselda.
Hi.
And she's doing like the first day and night with me, and then tomorrow she's hiking back what we're doing right now to go back to her car and go back to work, and I'm just gonna keep walking to Maine. Arthur? Bearbank. Yeah, that's the name I'm looking for. And then this is Caveman. Do you have a trail name? Snail. Cute. And Grizzy. And these people.
All it takes is a Snicker.
And there's, what did I decide? There's 13 people in here tonight?
13, yes.
There's a lot up there. Go do it. Go sing The Sound of Music.
I don't know the words.
It's just the hills are alive with the sound of music. That's all you got to do. And you have to spin in a circle.
With my pack on?
Well, sure, yeah.
Singing. Wait, how does it go?
The hills are alive. I don't know, with the sound of music. Something like that.
Just in a small circle?
In a small circle with your hands out.
Okay.
Thank you.
The hills are alive with music. It's #1 out here. The hills are alive with music. We're on the AT, my dear.
Yes, thank you.
The realtor.
Okay, what are we doing today?
We are hiking to Gooch. Gooch shelter?
Yeah.
Gooch mountain shelter? Something like that.
Yeah.
Something Gooch. And I don't know if you can see this, but it is snowing.
Yeah.
It's this white shit that's falling from the sky. And it's gonna suck. So,
And what else do we have to do today?
we have to go over this mountain called sassafras, which sounds like a spice, but it's gonna be kind of shitty. So, we're gonna have fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Whew. Okay, so day's 3, and it snowed. It stopped, but it's cold and it's windy. I had to put on wet clothes this morning. I treated myself to dry socks. I might regret that tomorrow, but not today. And yeah, and my grits didn't cook all the way this morning, so they were crunchy, and my nose keeps running. So I just figured I'd show you guys what we're dealing with. Okay, so I just finished day 3 of hiking, and it's like about 4:30 in the afternoon. Probably got here about an hour or so ago. It has been raining for the past few days, so I haven't really been able to film while I'm hiking. So just thought I would give a little update on how everything's going. It was pretty brutal this morning. To start, started snowing. I was taking my time getting out of camp, thinking it might warm up. It had rained all night, and then it turned to snow. So a cold front must have come in or something. So rough start, but only really for about the first mile or so. And it was cold. I mean, it's been cold. It's been 30 degrees probably all day. That's why my face looks so red. I'm just like wind chapped like crazy. I mean, after that first mile of snow, like every step that wasn't in snow was just a blessing. And it was good. I did a little over 7 miles today. I made it to Gooch Mountain Shelter. And I'm tenting tonight for the first time. I'm calling this little tent a greenhouse because it's green. And it's so much warmer in here right now. Between the wind fly blocking the wind and then it just still absorbing all of the sun that finally decided to come out. I'm just like so cozy in here. I don't want to get out to go cook dinner. And I got my my clothes have been pretty wet, so I've had a hard time getting those to dry out. And like today when the sun started to come out, I knew if I take my rain jacket off, between the sun and my body heat, this water is going to evaporate, but I couldn't do it. It was so cold. The wind was so brutal. I just couldn't make myself take my rain jacket off. So thankfully the sun is pretty consistent right now, so I just tied up a line outside my tent and have all of my clothes hanging on there, and hopefully they're drying out some, because I mean I was just so cold by the time I got here because I was still soaked from sweat and from rain from yesterday and everything else. So I got my trail name on day 2 in the morning. First night I pulled out my sketchbook and started sketching, and so the next morning somebody referred to me as Picasso because I was drawing. So now my trail name is Picasso, and a few other people have gotten their trail names, so that's always really fun to see. And those are always really funny stories. And yeah, I'm glad that I got to the shelter early and having a chance to just like hang out. I mean, we've been doing a lot of that because I mean, if you're only hiking, we've been hiking what, like 7 or 8 miles. That only takes a few hours. And a caveman's been helping me a bunch. He helped me set up my tent today. Luckily we have clear skies, but he was like, let's figure out a way to do it. So we put the rain fly on first and then set up the tent afterwards. So in case I do have to set it up in the rain, it doesn't let the tent get all wet. So it's great having him around because he has a little solution for everything. But yeah, I'm gonna get going. Maybe I'll take a nap before dinner. Day 4, and feeling much better today. The sun's out and it's dry. I had dry clothes to put on this morning, which was really exciting. It was freezing. Oh, it was so cold getting up this morning. I think we decided it was like 20 degrees last night. But I was pretty cozy in my tent. I had to pee in the middle of the night, and I sat there and debated for like probably at least an hour. Very well could have been an hour and a half of me trying to decide if it was worth getting out of the tent just to go to the bathroom. I did eventually get up. And then getting ready today was kind of hard because it was so cold. Your fingers are cold, your toes are cold. But all the more reason to get started quickly. And got out of camp at like 9. So yay. And there is beer too. Hold that up.
It's Sprite, but it's got alcohol.
Bam.
Oh, you got the good stuff.
Somebody brought it last night.
It's day 6 and I'm indoors. I'm in a cabin. It's so nice. I'm clean. I got a shower and I got my clothes to be cleaned, and I got to eat pizza last night. So I'm pretty revitalized. I'm feeling pretty good. Yesterday, day 5, it was really, really cold. Okay, so day 4 when we got to camp, we had beer left over from Trail Magic and hung out for a while. It was really nice, and went to bed early because it started getting cold. And then the next morning, I knew that we were coming to these cabins, so I got up like as early as possible, was out of camp at 8 a.m., but then was just hiking on the shady side of the mountains the whole time and was freezing. Like my hands just hurt so bad, and so much of my like energy was going into keeping my body warm that I was hiking so much slower, and I was trying to eat and trying to drink water, but that was only making me colder. But I wanted to get an early start. I had to climb Blood Mountain, which was pretty steep. I got some pictures from the top of that I'm putting in this video. And then coming back down, finally I summited Blood Mountain at like 11 or 11:30, and then just had to come down the mountain to get to the cabin. That last half hour, you know, the sun was out, the ice was melting, it was beautiful, but just in my rush to get to the cabin, I ended up hiking through just the worst part of the day. It was probably like 25 degrees for the whole first 3 hours of my hike. But I got here, I shared this cabin with Caveman and Trainwreck, and then my friend Aaron came in to visit as well, and he's gonna hike with me today. And we're gonna go, I think, to Whitley Gap Shelter and come back here, and he's gonna come back here and I'm gonna keep going. Caveman and Trainwreck already left. They're anxious to put in some bigger mile days, and I am as well, but I told myself when I started staying under 10 miles the first week and under 12 miles the second week, because I want to get my body used to it before I really start putting in those big miles. So I'm just doing 6 again, but that's good. I'm getting kind of a late start and have time to finish editing this video and upload it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching video number 1, and keep tabs on me, and hopefully there will be many more to come. Bye!